So I wanted to post a follow-up to the football season after I posted one at the beginning of the season. So I took some notes down here, and I wanted to just see where we're at. We are halfway through the NFL season, and we are at the very tail end of the high school season. So I invite you to go back and look at that first video that I posted at the very beginning of this football season in 2024, just to see what I said then and what I'm going to say now. So let's start with the NFL. I was very high on the Bills. I was very high on the Ravens and the Chiefs. And indeed, they have done very well. I was very interested in Detroit, and Detroit is doing very well. Arguably, Detroit is now the possibly team to beat in the NFL right now. They are playing extremely good football. The other surprise team is the Washington Commanders. They've come out of nowhere with Jaden Daniels to kind of take the NFL by storm. They're having a tremendous year. So that's we're going to see how that plays out. Finishing up with the NFL, of course, I started on the previous video talking about the Carolina Panthers. So I'm going to talk about the Panthers. The Panthers are horrible. Arguably the worst team in the NFL. Now, just so happens yesterday, they upset the New Orleans Saints. And I'm going to talk more about that in just a minute because something just happened just now with regards to that. But Bryce Young has proven to not be the answer. He is not a Daniels. He is not the answer. He looks like a young quarterback. He looks like he's lost a lot of confidence. So I think we're in serious trouble. I think the Panthers are going to be very, very bad the rest of the year. And we are going to be rebuilding for a couple of years based on our decision with Bryce Young. So moving on. Let me just go ahead. This just broke. As a matter of fact, this morning this broke. Based on the Saints, I told you that the Saints, I didn't have any confidence in the Saints at the very beginning of the season. I said they weren't very good. I said Carr wasn't a very good option. And indeed, they just fired Dennis Allen. This morning, just broke, right? Late breaking or breaking news, Dennis Allen was just fired by the New Orleans Saints. 7-game losing streak. And again, I guess them losing to my pathetic Carolina Panthers was too much. They fired Dennis Allen this morning. So the Saints are rebuilding as well. They're horrible. KC is arguably one of the teams to beat, which I talked about earlier. The Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Detroit, and Commanders are going to be that. Now, let's move on to college. LSU. Speaking of coaching, Brian Kelly, I think that the writing is starting to be on the wall for him. He has not had the year that he was supposed to have. They have won some games, but they've lost some very, very big games that they should have won, in my opinion, Texas A&M. And I think that this is the beginning of the eventual end of Brian Kelly at LSU. You can go ahead and bookmark that. Colorado is 6-2. I was interested to see what they were going to do this year, and they've had a pretty solid year this year, kind of quietly. The hype is not there anymore. Nobody's really hyping Colorado, but they're still playing some good football, and they're 6-2 right now. Finally, let's get to local, and we got to talk about the Lions, man. CCA Lions. I told you we had one of the most talented teams ever. Well, in my humble opinion, this is the most talented football team CCA has ever had. We are now 9-0. At the end of the season, we are 9-0. I could not be prouder of Coach Turner and the rest of his staff and our players here from CCA. This Thursday, in a couple of days, we're going to play our new rivals, the Central Catholic. We're going to play Central Catholic this coming Thursday in Morgan City, and this is going to be for all the marbles as far as the district championship and, of course, the all-important power rankings and the playoff system. So I can't be any more excited. I can't wait to see us beat Central Catholic and have I think this is going to be the first ever undefeated season in the history of CCA. So kudos to Coach Turner and our football program and everybody. It's been a great year, and I can't wait to see how far we can go this year. Let's see. As far as the South Terrebonne game, I was so excited about it. You can go back and look. Those of you that follow CCA know that we absolutely blew them out. We blew them out at Nichols. And speaking of coaching changes, I don't know. I don't know how coach is going to survive at South Terrebonne. We'll see. So that will wrap it up. Edie White's having a good year. They're going to be in the playoffs again as usual. But that'll wrap it up. And, you know, I don't know. I may or may not post another video with regards to this. I just want to do a little follow-up now that we're at the middle part of the NFL season and college season, and at the tail end of the local high school season. Go CCA.